I will still vote for Nigel and the Brexit Party, even if he doesn't run, but I would prefer him to run for an MP.
Yes. And would you like me to clean your guttering for £25,000?
I still think, I think one of the reasons he may not be running is because, say, they only got 10 MPs.
Mate, they weren't going to get any MPs. They're not going to get any MPs.
He won't have as much say as he would do as leading in Europe.
But he can do both, Mark. I hate it when this happens. I have to point out simple facts to you, and you've rung up to express support for a man who doesn't tell you the truth. He can be both. Could be an MEP and an MP. And then if Brexit happens under Boris Johnson's deal, he won't be in the European Parliament anymore. So just talk me through how that would give him more power than being in Westminster.
No, I mean, I personally would prefer him to run for MEP, and I don't know the reason why.
But, mate, we're leaving the European Union. He's already an MEP, Mark.
Sorry, I didn't mean that. I meant an MP.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay.
So I personally believe
you just said that you thought that he wasn't running to be an MP because he'd have more power by being an ex-MEP.
Well,
I'm just saying,
still wanting Brexit. If they only had 10 seats in Parliament, which is quite possible, I'm being a realist here as well.
You're not, mate. You're being a fantasist. They're not going to get any.
I knew it was risky rigging you.
It's not risky, Mark. I'm here to help, mate. There's a few little massive errors there that you've been labouring under for a few years now, but you've only been on the radio for 2 minutes and already...
We've got a different view.
No, these aren't views. These aren't views. He is an MEP. After Brexit, he can't be. That's just a fact. You voted for him not to be an MEP anymore when you voted for Brexit, Mark.
Well, what I'm saying is I believe in a clean, straight get out.
There's no such thing, Mark.
I don't like Boris's deal. I'm normally a Conservative.
There's no such thing as a clean, straight get out.
I don't like Boris. I'm just telling you, I don't like Boris's
Why
deal
not, Mark?
Because I think it still ties us in. And I think
in what way?
Nigel is correct on that.
No,
it ties us in military, which I'm very concerned about.
No, it doesn't.
It does. It will tie us in for a certain amount of time, and we've got to get out. We are responsible for so many million.
Let's just pause there, because I unlike Nigel, I respect you enough to actually display interest in the words that you say. So when you say it will tie us in for a certain amount of time, can you tell me precisely what you mean by that?
Well, from what I'm aware of,
yes,
and you might know more than I do.
Well, no, I can't, because you know that it will tie us in for a certain amount of time. So I'd like to know, what will it tie us into, and what is the certain amount of time?
It's probably at least 2 years.
What do you mean
longer.
It's probably at least 2 years? That sounds like you've got no idea.
No, I've heard different things.
So we'll be tied in to the military side of things for at least 2 years.
Yeah, and there's decisions that we've tied in a while ago into the EU.
For example?
Where if we wanted to... for instance, let's pick on a country like Israel, for instance.
Pardon?
We've always been friends with them. I'm just picking on a general country, which is an easy one to pick on.
Right.
If for any reason, they were under a major attack and we wanted to defend them...
Yes.
And the rest of Europe would say no...
Yes.
We would have problems in doing that.
You mean like Iraq, when France was passionately opposed to it and we piled in with George W. Bush?
Yeah,
while we were members of the European Union.
No,
you mean like that?
That was a different treaty then. We signed more of our rights away since then.
But we didn't, Mark. You see, you've read this on Facebook and it's not true. And yet here you are still claiming to be did you call yourself a Brexiteer when you rang in?
Yes, I did call myself a Brexiteer.
And here you are live on the radio saying stuff that's not true, and yet you still think that you cast your vote correctly. It's built on nonsense, my friend. And guess who fed you that nonsense? No, we're not going to agree to disagree. There is absolutely nothing in the claim that there are new treaty obligations kicking in 2020 or 2022 that would prevent us from offering military support that other EU allies didn't want to cooperate with. It's not a view, it's not an opinion, it's not an agree to disagree. You have believed lies and cast your vote as a result of those lies, and yet for psychological reasons you still support the way you voted, despite the fact that your reasons for doing it were all false, mate.
Okay, if you take the interview with Nigel on Sunday morning in the Andrew Marr show, if you take that for instance, Nigel made it quite clear what was going on.
Did he? What?
And Andrew normally tears people down quite really, but he said, he let him carry on.
Yeah. So what is going on then, Mark?
Well, he let him say about what we're getting when we're going out, this is BBC, which is more left-wing.
Well, how is the BBC left-wing when Farage has been on Question Time more than anybody else on the planet?
On the whole, if you look at Question Time, again, sidetracked onto this.
Well, no, if I was you, I'd welcome the sidetrack, because I want to go back to this treaty that would prevent us from cooperating militarily with allies if our European Union partners didn't want us to. Where did you learn that?
I learned that listening by Nigel Farage in different places I've listened to.
Okay,
I haven't got them at my fingertips.
But you should have before you ring national radio, let alone cast a vote, cast an actual vote, exercise your pure democratic right, and it turns out that you did it on a lie. And yet you're cross with the person who's pointing out the lie. You're not cross with the liar, Mark. How long will it take you to cross that river, do you think?
Okay. I'll give you this one. Okay, next time I ring you up when I'm at home and I've got all the information.
No. You've now got all the information, Mark, because I've given it to you because I respect you. Okay, but we will disagree on it. No, we can't disagree on it because I've given you all the information. There is no opinion here unless you can provide me with a scintilla of evidence that continuing European Union membership would prevent us from undertaking a military campaign akin to the one in Iraq, which many of our European partners didn't endorse or join in.
We have signed up to stuff.
We have not, you see.
In the last 6 months.
Yes, but here's me getting paid to do this, telling you that we haven't. And here's you not knowing where it's come from or who said it or which bit of Facebook you got it from, saying that we have. So who do you think's right?
Okay, I'll give you this one.
No. I don't want you to give me anything, Mark. I'm giving you this one. I'm giving you the knowledge now to form an opinion based on facts rather than lies and feelings. And the only opinion you can form based on facts is that the people who told you this nonsense about treaties and armies lied to you. So why would you still trust them or want them to be in Parliament?
Oh, right. Okay, I will try and find out the information and I will come back to you.
It doesn't really work like that, mate, but I would love... we've got your number. What day should we ring you tomorrow?
No, I work as a coach driver, so it doesn't work like that.
All right, well, when's your next rest stop?
I need time to get the information for you.
Okay, well, we'll check in with you in a couple of days then.
Okay, no problem.
All right, and if it turns out you've been conned, who are you going to get cross with, me or Nigel?
We'll wait and see.
No, answer the question. No, of course you don't believe you've been conned. That's why you're having this meltdown on the radio and talking about driving coaches.
I'm not having a meltdown.
So when it turns out you've been conned, who are you going to get cross with, me or the person who conned you?
There is other issues.
Well, we can talk about them if you want. We can talk about the other issues. If you want.
I'm just about to go into work. Of
course you are.
Unfortunately, I've got to work. No, I am.
All right, mate.
Trust me.
No, I do trust you, Mark. That's the whole point. Yeah. I trust you to be intelligent enough to realise the difference between facts and lies. And you're very close. I can feel it. Have a great day.